There comes a moment in every faith journey when the battle is no longer loud, but the tension still lingers. The walls have not fallen yet. The answer has not arrived yet. The outcome is not visible yet, but heaven has already spoken. This is where mature faith lives, not in the noise of the fight, but in the quiet confidence that God has already gone before you. Too many believers know how to fight in faith, but they don't know how to live in faith after God has declared victory, but before circumstances confirm it. And this is where part 5 meets us. Because declaring victory is one thing, walking it out daily is another. When God declares victory, He does not always remove the pressure immediately. In fact, often the pressure remains not to punish you, but to prove what you now believe. I call this the uncomfortable space, the space where the promise is clear, but the path forward still feels uncertain, where you must choose trust without emotional reassurance. Victory declared means you stop panicking, you stop rushing God, you stop negotiating outcomes. Faith matures when you no longer need God to explain Himself in order to obey Him. Some victories don't remove tension, they redefine how you carry it. Before the victory is declared, faith looks like crying out. After the victory is declared, faith looks like consistency. This is where many people stumble. They shouted when the word came. They praised when the promise was spoken. But now, they grow weary in the waiting. Because daily obedience is harder than emotional moments. Daily faith looks like choosing peace when anxiety tries to return, refusing to rehearse worst-case scenarios, guarding your mouth when doubt wants to speak, maintaining worship without new confirmation. Faith is not sustained by hype. Faith is sustained by habits. Victory living requires spiritual discipline, prayer that is rooted, not frantic, worship that is steady, not desperate, trust that is quiet, not loud. One of the most dangerous things a believer can do is mentally revisit battles God has already settled. God says, "I've handled it," but fear says, "What if it comes back?" Victory before proof demands that you stop rehearsing what God has already addressed. Some of you keep reopening doors God shut. Old fears, old accusations, old regrets, old questions God already answered. Faith says, if God said it's finished, I will stop relitigating it in my mind. The enemy doesn't always fight you with new attacks. Sometimes he wins by getting you to relive old ones. Victory, my friend, is protected by trust, and peace is preserved by letting go. At the deepest level, victory before proof is not about getting the outcome you want. It's about trusting God, even if the outcome looks different than expected. This is the highest form of faith. God, I trust you, not just for the miracle, but for the meaning. Faith says, if you heal me, I trust you. If you sustain me, I trust you. If you redirect me, I trust you. If you delay me, I trust you. Victory is not always God changing circumstances. Sometimes it's God changing who you are becoming through them. When outcomes no longer define your obedience, faith has reached maturity. The final shift is this: you stop living for victory, and you start living from it. You don't pray to earn God's favor. You pray because you already have. You don't obey to prove your faith. You obey because faith has already been established. You don't worship to move God. You worship because God has already moved. Victory before proof changes how you walk, talk, and wait. You move with calm. You speak with restraint. You wait with confidence. Not because life is easy, but because God is faithful. This entire journey has been about one truth, and that is, God often declares victory before He displays it. And faith is learning to live in that space with trust, with discipline, with peace, with surrender. Now, my dear friend, if God has spoken, you can stand. If God has promised, you can rest. If God has declared victory, you can walk forward, even without proof. Because the greatest testimony is not what God does at the end. It's how you trusted Him before the ending came. And that is victory before the proof. If this message encouraged you, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with someone who needs hope today. And always remember that faith has never been reasonable in the eyes of the world, but God has always honored obedience. See you on our next faith journey. Stay strong in the Lord and be blessed.